proud that you are this secretary, to talk to you privately and have discussions like this that Mr. Meeks has just done, so we wouldn't have to use up time at a hearing and do things publicly. So I hope.
Rohrabacher, can I say this? I would welcome that with as many of you as I can. My theory on this is as many cups of coffee as we can have to have these discussions. The more we can work together to achieve American outcomes.
Let's have some of those sessions so people can get their points across and have a discussion, because we're limited with time here. I'm very pleased that we have an administration now and a secretary like yourself who knows that we shouldn't be treating enemies like friends. We should be treating enemies like enemies and friends like friends, not the other way around. And I'm afraid that our government quite often has gotten into that pattern. I'd like to ask a couple, based on that concept, I would hope that we are going to be supporting the Kurds. Erdogan is becoming our enemy. He is not our friend, and the Kurds are the people who need our help. I hope that we are going to have a relationship with India and Japan and accelerate that relationship, because that is pivotal. They are friends that are pivotal to helping us defeat our enemies. I hope that I understand that their budget request has no increase for Pakistan. I don't see any reason whatsoever to give the government of Pakistan any money, foreign policy, in terms of our foreign aid, until Dr. Afridi, the man who helped us bring justice to Osama bin Laden, the man who slaughtered 3,000 Americans, and our Pakistani friends have proven their friendship by keeping him in a dungeon. In Afghanistan, we have a great friend, a man, if anybody's seen 12 Strong, helped defeat the Taliban, and right now he is supposedly the vice president, General Dostum. He is in virtual exile now, and there's been assassination attempts. I hope that we make it very clear that General Dostum is the guy who can defeat the Taliban. He's done it before, and we need to stick by him. Third, again, Egypt. In Egypt, now we have a government that is against radical Islamic terrorists. And in fact, they replaced a government that was pro-Muslim Brotherhood. But we have policies that make it more difficult for Egypt to purchase American weapons than when Egypt was under the president who was part of the Muslim Brotherhood. This is ridiculous. I hope that would get your attention. Finally, Iran. Congratulations on taking hold of this situation and stepping forward with positive leadership as you have. Let me just note, when it comes back to treating your enemies as enemies and your friends as friends, we have a lot of friends in Iran. People are always mistaken. I keep reminding our folks here, the Iranian mullah regime, that's the enemy. The people of Iran are our friends. These folks over here in their yellow jackets, these are Iranians who love freedom. And we need to make sure that we work with the Baluch, with the Kurds, with the Azaris and others, and the Persians who are pro-freedom in Iran, and be proactive like Ronald Reagan was when he ended the Cold War. And we can defeat the mullah regime without having a military operation by helping these people who believe in freedom. And now I'm giving you a minute to reply.
Let me, if I might, I'll try and tackle two of those. I'll tackle Pakistan and then the Kurds, if that's okay. So with respect to Pakistan, we released far fewer funds in 18 than in the year prior. The remainder of the funds available are under review. My guess is that number will be smaller still. I worked diligently on the issue of Dr. Afridi in my previous role, unsuccessfully. Please be aware that it's in my heart, and I know it's important, and we can do that. We can achieve that outcome.
And it's getting worse in Pakistan. They have people in Karachi and the Sindhs and the others. They're now facing these, people who are killing their leaders, or killing their people who believe in certain things that are different than the radical Islamic philosophy of some of the people in the Pakistani government.
My officers, our State Department officials, are being treated badly as well. Folks working in the embassies and in the consulates and other places are not being treated well by the Pakistani government either, a real problem that we need to take the measure of also. If it's okay, I'll get back to you on the Kurds in a written note.
All right. And looking, as I say, Mr. Secretary, looking forward to some private sessions where we can all discuss things. Thank you.